And for more, we bring in CBS Sports golf writer Kyle Porter to flesh out really what's gone down in the first two rounds of the FedEx Cup playoffs. And Lucas Glover's really started to round into form here as of late. Got the win at the Wyndham Championship, shot a bogey-free day on Friday, and is at the top of the leaderboard through two rounds. So my question to you, Kyle, is how much do you believe he has a shot to win this event and win the FedEx Cup Championship, if at all?
Well, my question to you, Chris, is how much does Lucas Glover believe that he has a shot to win and win the FedEx Cup Championship? Because he was asked about this after his round. Somebody asked him, hey, what do you feel like you have any weaknesses right now? And he said, yeah, everything. And that's a very, I've been on tour for 20 years and I know how badly things can go in any given day type answer. And so I'm really curious to see how this goes. I mean, Lucas Glover's playing some of the best golf of his career. Not only does he have that win last week at the Wyndham Championship, but he's got a couple of top fives this summer, hitting the ball great. But the big thing, and you'll see it right here, is his putter. He's using this long broomstick putter. It's really been kind of a revelation for him. He's a really, really kind of historically bad putter, and he's been kind of good over the last 6 weeks or so. So can he keep that up with guys like Jordan Spieth, with guys like Scottie Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Sung J M, Tommy Fleetwood, trying to run him down over the weekend in Memphis? I think that's going to be, that is your preeminent storyline going into Saturday.
And it's always easier to hunt than to be the hunted. Now, Glover hasn't finished worse than 6th since July. So, as we said, he's really coming to form. But Glover's not running away with this thing, as we've mentioned. Only one shot in front of Jordan Spieth, but bit of a mixed bag from Spieth Friday. 6 birdies, 4 bogeys. What do you make of Spieth as we head into this weekend, man?
Well, it's typical Spieth, right? It's up and down. It's all over the place. It's left, right, up. It was so funny. He had a quote after his round on Friday that was a ton of bogeys, ton of birdies, where he just said, I know I'm playing well. If I can just make better decisions, I can get it under par for the rest of the day. And he did on this day. I don't know if he will tomorrow. His short game was extraordinary. He hit so many great bunker shots and short game shots. He was a little all over the place, not only with decision making, but just not as sharp from tee to green as he was on Thursday. But listen, this is the best golf that he's played since April. He finished T5. You'll see a shot. This was the bad decision that he made here. He just couldn't get it out of that rough, hit it into the water. Ended up saving a par, made 5 from there. But he hasn't played great golf this summer. Finished T5 at the Memorial in June. That's his only good finish really since April, since he finished runner-up at the RBC Heritage to Matt Fitzpatrick the week after the Masters, which feels like forever ago. So this is an amazing bunker shot. This is a really good start for him. I'm curious to see, can he keep that momentum up over the final 36 holes going into the rest of the FedEx Cup playoffs?
Yeah, and this would be his first win of the year because he hasn't won any tournament, let alone a major. So this is something that would do a lot for his confidence. Now, Kyle, give us a player you think could make a big push on moving day. Are we looking at maybe Brian Harman, who won the Open Championship, or are you going to go in another direction?
Well, I think I'm going to go actually with another major champion, 2021 Masters winner, Hideki Matsuyama. Hideki was one of the guys that I really liked coming into this week, and he's hit the ball very well. When we talk about this question, Chris, I really like looking at guys that have hit the ball well, maybe just haven't made any putts, maybe you've gotten a little bit unlucky on the short game. That's Hideki Matsuyama this week. He's playing very, very well from tee to green, hasn't made anything. Now, you might look at Hideki and say, well, he never makes anything, which in some weeks is true. So he might not make a run, but we've seen this before with him where he'll hit it great, and then on a Friday or a Saturday or kind of somewhere in there on moving day, he'll start making a couple of putts, and you're like, man, Hideki's moving up the leaderboard. So I kind of like him to sneak around and maybe end up finishing in the top 5 or top 10 on Sunday afternoon.
Hey, that would be exciting to see because, one thing that I love, Kyle, is suspense and drama. So if he comes up and makes a comeback, that would be great. Kyle Porter, thanks so much for the insight, man. And CBS Sports is your home for the FedEx Cup playoffs. You can watch the 3rd round of the St. Jude Championship on Saturday at 3 Eastern. And the final round coverage begins Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern on CBS and streaming, don't forget, on Paramount+.